I'm John Knudsen, the director of the Cuesta Chamber Singers and Voce, and I'm proud to present this report from our tour of the south of France, June 28th until July 14th. This is our third day of the tour. We had just completed a performance the night before in Prat Bon Repos, which is in the Pyrenees, and we are stationed in Toulouse for about 3 days here. This is our third day. We took a day trip out to Carcassonne, which is a World Heritage Site. You can see it in the distant background there, and we were just about to visit it. But our bus driver recommended we come here for a nice panoramic view of it. It's a World Heritage UNESCO site. And here is a tour along the ramparts we took. And there's my family missing me already, getting near the 4th of July. Here is a tour we took of Saint-Rome de Cernon, a medieval castle. And here we are pre-concert at Saint-Eulalie d'Olt, which reminds me a lot of Beauty and the Beast. The church there was built in 950 AD. Here is our bus driver on the right and our guide on the left, and they would help us sell CDs and programs. They were super helpful and supportive. And here we are at Castle Bournazel. It's privately owned, but it's about its 20th year of reconstruction and open to the public. And it's a pristine example of a Renaissance castle. And here's some of the French bathrooms we used. We did this performance in the cafeteria for the Czech Republic Choir, just an informal sharing of music.
I would never take you for granted. No, no, no. If the winter wind begins to blow, no, no, no. Once the seeds of love have been planted, you know I'll be there to help them grow.
And that song was called If You Were Mine, featuring Joseph Lilly, a student of ours from Santa Cruz. And yes, we enjoyed Roquefort. It's very nearby Santa Frique, where we were based. Next is a 2-minute clip of Nobody Does It Better in a beautiful church. Perfect acoustics. This is Saint-Rome du Tarn. That was one of 11 concerts we performed. They were all as well attended as that, except for one because it conflicted with the World Cup semifinals. This one here was in the city of Nîmes. It was the World Cup quarterfinals against Uruguay. This is also Nîmes. This is the best preserved Roman temple in the entire empire. The crocodile is the symbol of Nîmes because it was settled by the gladiators and centurions that conquered Egypt. This is Kalank National Park. We had a beautiful boat ride in this amazing clear water. And this is Toulon, where we did 2 concerts. This first one was the Festival de Gala. And now we're in Solius Tucas, walking up to the concert site after dinner. I always like seeing our posters everywhere in French. I took a lot of pictures here because the visuals were so wonderful. Seated in this courtyard, 17th century buildings surrounding this beautiful square with a church in the front, and it was a real joy to perform here.
Oh, someday, 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 I know that moment will arrive when all the things you
Back to this concert de gala that we did in Toulon, there were 9 choirs performing there. Czech Republic, Bulgaria, United States, Vancouver, France, Switzerland, Ukraine. And here's the town of Oyul, which is very hard to spell and say. Our students are so happy here because they finally had a warm evening meal. Generally at nighttime we'd have cold cuts and cold salads, and they put us up at a restaurant here, though. Almost all the meals were homemade by villages, but this was kind of a wealthy town. They put us up in a nice restaurant. Yum, kind of like marshmallows, kind of like meringue. This is still Oyu. This is where we performed indoors, one of the rare concerts where we sang indoors and it wasn't a church. And here's our final concert in Coyobrière. Our best concert, and it was great to go out on a high note. And here's our last delicious meal, probably our best meal with all local produce. And after dinner, with this fun choir, we had a sing-off competition singing regional folk songs. I didn't even realize there was a national anthem of Nice. We had to concede the competition when we learned that their national anthem goes back to the Roman era. And then we met the local church organist. That concluded 11 concerts. And thus ends the performance portion of our tour. We still had 2 more days to rest and decompress by the beach in Nice and just be tourists. I love this picture. It was our last picture before we left the choir festival, and I miss these singers a lot. If one asked my most memorable moment of the tour, I would have to say it was after our second concert in a tiny village called Melag. And when we finished our concert, we had to walk across the little village back to the village hall to change. And we could hear coming down the street, we could hear them inside there singing our national anthem, Star Spangled Banner. They didn't know the words, of course, but they were humming it and singing it on. And we were touched and honored to know that we could pull out of these people their fondest memories of America, that there is still hope for America and other countries to get along, and that these young people that I'm so proud to have taught and worked with can be a voice for harmony and a voice for cooperation and a voice for inspiration.